Hello everyone, and welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Cassie Trask. Today we are going to be working with the Hero Arts What's Brewing collection. I have the coffee and croissant dies. This one's really great. And actually the entire What's Brewing collection is pretty incredible. I'm only showing you a few things. This is the Bring Coffee stamps. I love the font of this, and then those fun little splatters at the bottom. And then this is called the Delft flower stencils. There are 3 to it. I was obsessed with it as soon as I saw it. I knew I had to have it, and definitely couldn't wait to make a background with it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have just a piece of white scrap cardstock and a piece of cream cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and I'm going to tack that down with a little bit of Post-it tape, and then I'm going to bring in those stencils. I'm going to bring in the first one, and then I'm just going to tack that down with some more of that Post-it tape. And then with these stencils in particular, this is why I'm doing it this way, there are 4 little squares in each corner. And I'm just going to mark each one of those on this little scrap piece of cardstock. So that way, when I bring in the other stencils, it'll be really easy to line everything up. And then I have some distress inks along with mini ink blending tools and the blending domes. And so I'm starting with some mustard seed. And I'm kind of pouncing that on there, as you can see, and twisting. The reason I'm doing that with this particular stencil is there are a lot of open spaces, and there are some very thin stencil material lines. And so I just want to make sure that I'm not going underneath those stencil lines. And so just doing the pouncing and twisting actually works really, really well for this particular one. In some instances, I will just kind of rub that ink across, and I'm just trying to make sure that I have covered every bit of that because I want this to be a full background. All right, we're going to move on to the next color and our next stencil. So I'll peel this first stencil back, set that off to the side, and then I'll bring in the next one. And then look at how easy it is to line everything up. I'm just matching it up with those squares, tack it back down with that Post-it tape, and then we'll bring in the color Spiced Marmalade. And then we're going to do the same thing. This one's a little easier to just keep blending with. So I'm just blending, just trying to make sure that I get into those thin lines. There are some fairly thin lines where there are like the stems for the flowers. And so I want to make sure that I get that and get really good coverage with that. So in some instances, I'll push that color through just because those lines are so thin. All right, I'll pull that away and look at that. It's coming together, and then I'll bring in that third stencil and again, line everything up using those little squares, tack it all down with the Post-it tape, and then I'm just going to use the same dome, and we're going to use the color Lumberjack Plaid. And now these lines are very thin. Some of them are a little bit bigger, where you've got them overlapping the flower petals and stuff, but the lines where you're going over the stems can be very thin. So I'm really trying to push that color in there, really blending in and making sure that I'm getting super good coverage. I'm telling you, when I pull this away, you're going to be like, wow. The color combos you could come up with for this stencil are just mind-blowing, and I can't wait to play around with this stencil so much more. The packaging shows blues, and I love that so much, but I wanted to show you a different color combo, so that's why I'm using this yellow, orange, red combo, and I am in love with it. I want to do some purples. I want to do greens. I want to do as many color combos as you can think of because I just really, really like this stencil. All right, that just is so pretty. Even now, as I'm looking at the card itself, I just love this so much. And I hope it kind of inspires you because, wow, so pretty. And I did end up making a second one of these backgrounds because, yeah, why not? Using the same color combo. And so you'll see that later. But now I'm going to bring in the die set. That's the coffee and croissant dies. And I am just kind of following the front of the package, doing a little creative license here and there with some of it. But for the most part, I'm following the color combo that they have. The only thing I did differently, instead of using light blue for the back of my French press and my coffee cup, I used white. And the reason for that is because of the background that I chose. So we're going to start layering everything up using some of that Barely Art liquid glue. And again, just keeping the packaging out because it helps you to do the layering that you have to do. And using some reverse tweezers, I'll put down the foam on the top of your coffee. It's such a cool detail, really. Really adds that just something extra to it. Then we've got this piece, so I'll just put a little glue on there. Went a little far, don't need it to go that high. And then we can just line that up on our French press. And I actually have a French press that instead of it being like silver, it's actually cream, and it's really cool. And I use mine for tea. I haven't tried it with coffee, but I imagine it would be super tasty as well. But yeah, I use mine for tea all the time. And then we'll put the top on. And then we have the little parts for the top. Those are black. And I thought I misplaced the very tip of that one, but it was still stuck in the paper where I die cut it from. So I'll just pick that up and put that on the top. And then we have this little ball piece. That's your little pump. And then the next piece we need to do is this little wraparound part for the French press. But yeah, if you just follow the packaging, it's so super simple to put this together. Our next piece is going to be the black handle. So I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the handle. And these are great because they do show those embossed lines, so it makes it really easy to put things together. And so our French press is done. Now we're going to make the croissant. And another really great idea, instead of cutting it out of colored cardstock, you could cut all of these out of white cardstock and then use your Copic markers to color the pieces exactly how you want them to be and add shadowing and shading where you want them also. I just happen to have a lot of these colors in my scrap stash, so I was like, let's do it. All right, now we're putting together our coffee cup, and I like that the coffee cup is kind of like one of those clear coffee cups. Same thing with the French press. I thought about doing it in vellum, which there's a thought you could do that too, but I decided to go with the white. And then everything's put together, and this is where I decided I need 2 cards. So I'm going to trim my panels down. They're going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I did cut off about 1/4 inch off of the long side and the short side. We'll save those pieces. And then we're going to bring in our sentiments. So I did want to make one kind of like a I'm here for you. And the inside's going to say, but first coffee, because my friends would totally laugh at that. And then the other one's going to be a birthday card, because I always need birthday cards, and I always seem to forget birthdays. So I am batting not very well when it comes to remembering birthdays lately. So this one is so funny, affogato your birthday. So I'm going to do that one. That's going to go on the outside of one of the cards, and then the other one is going to say, I'm here for you. And I'm just stamping those out using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. It's just a crisp black pigment ink. Stamps beautifully every time. And then I'll bring in my card bases. Those measure 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2 inches, and I scored those at 4 1/4 using my score buddy. And I'll do that for 2 of them because I, need 2 cards. And then we're going to stamp on the inside. So this one is the but first coffee. So that one goes with the I'm here for you. And then I also decided to stamp some of those little splatters using some ground espresso distress oxide on the inside of the card. And now we're going to put down our panel to our card base, and we'll have a nice cream border all the way around the edges. But before I put anything else down, I'm going to go ahead and cut out our sentiments using my guillotine trimmer. Once those are trimmed down, we're going to put the long piece on the inside of each of our cards that I trimmed down. It just brings some of the outside to the inside, and I think that's kind of fun. And now we can put down our circle. So just cut out a circle using one of your circle dies out of some red cardstock, and I'm having that going off the edge a little bit. Not worried about that because I'm going to trim that off later. And then we can put our French press down. And you'll notice that I do have some steam cut out of some vellum, but when you attach vellum down and you use any sort of adhesive, it will show. So I brought in my Xyron sticker maker and I turned it into a sticker. Love this Xyron sticker maker. I've had it for so long and I use it quite a bit. I love it. So now we can put our steam down and then we can grab our sentiment. And this is not the one that goes in there. It's the other one. So I'm going to trim that down on the one edge, using a bit of a slant when I cut it. And then we're going to use some liquid glue to adhere this down. And then I'll put this inside my guillotine trimmer and trim off all of the excess. It's a perfect way to get a straight cut. All right, so that's good to go. And then finally, I decided I was going to bring in these Pinkfresh clear drops. These are the ice. They just go so well on so many cards, and I do love to add some embellishments. And I'll do it to both cards that I have made. And then that's going to finish off both of those cards. I really love how this turned out. And that entire collection from Hero Arts called the What's Brewing collection is fabulous. I ended up getting a couple more things because I just had to. Anything coffee, and I am all about it. Coffee or tea, I'm in. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you have not already done so. And be sure to check out all that ScrapbookPal has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you very soon.